Hi, I'm Jim from MainlineLeather.com and welcome back. It's been a while, but here we are. Today's little segment is going to be how to set a rivet. Now, if you want to step right over here, I'm going to show you a few different kinds of rivets, okay? Today, we're going to be doing what they call the Jiffy or the Speed rivet or whatever you want to call it, double cap. And there's also a copper rivet here. We won't be doing that one today. We'll do that in a separate video because that's its own thing. These come in three sizes: small, medium, and large. And they come in nickel plate, brass, antique nickel, antique brass, different finishes. The primary difference between some of these rivets are these are a double cap rivet, which means you have the cap and the bottom, and they're both the same. Okay, they look the same. They're domed. The Jiffy or the Speedy rivet has an unfinished bottom, so you would use this bottom when you're doing a job that doesn't require you really seeing the back of the work. It's a way of saving a little bit of money, and it really doesn't affect the project that much. This, on the other hand, if the back is going to be seen, then you'll probably want to use a double cap rivet. Now that we've covered the three different sizes, let's decide on how to use those sizes. Obviously, you don't want to use too short of a rivet, too long of a rivet. So what we're going to do here is I have a couple pieces of leather. This one's probably a 5 to 6 ounce, and this is an 8 to 9 ounce. So when you double it up, and let's pretend we're doing a belt here, simple enough, and you fold it over and you want to rivet it together. All right, so let's start with, say, the thick one here. If you want to come in and take a look at this, what you want to do is when you're trying to decide the length of the rivet, get like 25% to a third sticking out of the leather. So this way you have plenty of the stem to peen over when you put the cap on. If you use too short of a rivet, like let's say this, this is a small. Obviously you can see it doesn't even go through the leather, so that's, it's not even a consideration. Let's move up to the medium. The medium on this one just barely goes through. It would engage, but it wouldn't be very strong. So for this particular application, I'm going to go with the longer rivet. Now, punching the hole. You don't want to punch too large of a hole, because if it's too large, you risk the cap coming through the hole. So what I've done is I have a number 4 punch here, and as you can see, the stem fits into it quite well with a lot of the head still around the edge of that hole. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this punch, and I'm going to punch a hole here, and we'll say a hole right here. Now we're going to fold the leather, and we're going to take our long rivet, put it up through the bottom, and then we'll take our cap and put that on top of that. It slightly engages. Now, rivet setter. Here is the anvil and the tool. We'll discuss the tool first. The tool, if you can come in real close here, you can see that it's like concaved. The reason for that is so that when you hit the top of that of the rivet, you don't crush it and make it flat. You still want it to be nice and domed and look good. Okay. The anvil has two sides. One is concaved, one is flat. The concaved side is the one you would want to use with a double cap rivet. This way it would keep the bottom of the rivet still rounded, versus if you put it on a flat, you would flatten out the other side of the cap or the stem. So what I'm going to do is put it on the concave side, and we're going to set that here. On top of that, I'm going to take the concave end, put it here so it's covering. Take your mallet and hit it and set it. Give it a couple hits. You can see that there's like a slight depression in the leather, and that's a pretty good indication that it's set pretty good. Now, if for whatever reason you use too long of a rivet, what'll happen is instead of the rivet coming down, I don't know if you can see this, coming down nice and evenly, like so, what would happen is the rivet would actually squash and would go off to the side, and it wouldn't be lined up anymore. It would kind of do this on you instead of, coming down straight. So that's why you want to choose the correct rivet. So now that is the double cap rivet. You would do the same thing with the speedy rivet, only you would turn your anvil over, your mini anvil, put it on, put your cap in, and hit it. Okay, now that we've set a couple of rivets the right way, let's set one the wrong way, so at least you can see what's going to happen when you do it incorrectly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to punch my hole. I'm going through both layers of leather. I'm going to take a long rivet, and as you can see, it goes way up through. I put the cap on. Very incorrect choice right here, but just so you can see what happens. Then we're going to take our setter and we're going to hit it. Now look what happened. See how it squashed to the sides? This one's over here, that one's over there. Definitely incorrectly. So that's why you want to correctly choose the proper rivet. Now, we also sell a kit that has the setting tool, the little anvil. It also has small, medium, and large rivets in both brass and nickel plate. And these are the Speedy Jiffy variety. This is a really good pack to start with. At least with this, you can figure out what is the correct size that you need, and then you can order larger packs. Like these rivets in the background here. You can get 100 packs, you can get 1,000 packs, but at least you'll be able to get the correct one, and the price will be lower because you're buying in bulk. So, if you need any more or any riveting supplies, just give us a call or contact us at mainlineleather.com, and we'll be doing another installment shortly. Take care. Bye.